All right, guys, buckle up. We're going to do some piano blues today, boogie woogie blues. Bill Pinkney and Original Drifters going to move across the river. Look it up on YouTube. Take a listen to it. That's what we're going to be learning today. Take a listen. And so forth. Hello everyone, I'm Shawn and welcome to my easy piano lessons. We're about to do the part 1 lesson for this right here, right now. But all the lessons for this whole thing, and again, if you listen to it on YouTube, you can hear the whole thing, and we're going to do it, every bit of it, every piano solo, every right hand lick on webpianoteacher.com. And there are thousands of lessons on there like this one, if you like blues stuff, and many other types of music as well, but I got plenty of blues for you. Well, let's talk about the left hand, because when you do boogie woogie, that's what makes it boogie woogie, is the left hand, the pattern that you're doing. So we're going to do this, G flat, D flat. Now I know that you're used to playing maybe boogie woogie in the key of G or the key of C, or maybe even the key of F, but G flat, who plays boogie woogie in G flat? It's actually kind of cool once I got going. It's not a common key to play in, and I don't know if maybe they tuned the piano down or if it was just already tuned down in that key and that's the key they did it in, because they didn't really care about, if the piano was tuned way back then. As long as it was in tune with itself, didn't matter. But anyway, the thing I'm listening to, they played in G flat. So we're going to do it in the key that we hear it, and that's G flat. And it's really interesting to play it in this key. And if you never have played boogie woogie or played boogie woogie in this key, it's a lot of fun. G flat, D flat, we're going to do this. Now a simple way to do it, if you can't master this, is just to go. Stay on the G flat and D flat, go. And then later on you can try to add the E flat to it. So you go G flat, D flat, 1, 2, then go to E flat. Over and over. You figure we get tired of that, but we really don't, as long as something's going on in the right hand. Okay, so work on this. Now here's the next one. B and G flat. I wanted to stay away from sharps, as far as I wanted everything to be flats in this, so I may have an occasional sharp here and there, but for the most part I want to do flats. B and G flat. Yes, it should be called maybe C flat, but people have trouble calling this note C flat, so we'll just call it B. G flat on the top, and then we'll go to A flat. Da, 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 da. So that's what we'll do for that one. Okay, to start with. Now, just practice this. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Then change. Okay? Work on that for a little bit. I like to use my second finger and then my thumb on the higher note. Some people like to use their thumb on every note. To me, I get lost if I do that. I like to use the 2 finger and then the 1 finger. Keeps my place better. Okay, so work on that. Then we'll look at the right hand. And I will tell you, instead of me writing out this everywhere, it's going to be a lot better for you if you just learn that pattern, and then you put the right hand with it and think about the right hand, then trying to line up your right and left hand for each measure like a robot. You're going to get so sick of doing that. You need to learn the pattern, get it inside you, feel it, and then you can add that right hand with it. Okay, so play a lot of left hand by itself. So I'm going to assume you've done that. Now let's look at the right hand. D flat, D flat, D flat. Now A to B flat gives us that blues. Bloop. A natural to B flat. I use finger 4 to 5, but if that's too hard for you, go 3 to 4 or something. Now G flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, E flat, D flat. So pop, pop, pop. Now the way my notation is for rhythm, if I have a curved line, those notes tend to be the same speed all together, and they don't stop. If I have a dash, that means you're holding that note a little bit, okay? It's not a perfect system, but it gives you a visual of what's going on so that you can listen to it and then memorize that rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, go. I'm sorry. There we go. If I can't do it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, go. Let me do that super slow. 1, 2, go. Okay, that's super slow. You just have to learn that technique of it. You have to get the pattern under your fingers. Then all the rest of it will just be unlocked for you when you can do those first 2 measures. It really will. If you can get those first 2 measures down, then you think, oh man, how am I ever going to do the rest of it if the first 2 measures that hard? Well, the first 2 measures will unlock the rest of the song for you. I promise. I've been through this. Played piano my whole life and taught lessons, and I'm telling you, if you get those first 2 measures, now the rest of it won't be a piece of cake, but it'll be a lot easier for you. So that next part, let's go ahead and do a little, well, you know what? This is probably enough for the part 1, especially for you who are just getting into the blues. And there we go. Okay, so there's our part 1. Let's cut, and then I'll see you on the website, webpianoteacher.com, and we'll finish the whole thing. So lots of music ahead of us to do. This ought to be a lot of fun. Talk to you guys later.